So we've got a few of the Vegetarian Week special dishes.
Just going to try this because I'm worried that there might be something wrong with it.
Yeah, I think it's important that you test it. Is it good?
That.
Alioli.
Almost. Well, I think they need to sell bottles of it.
Bottles.
Try it. Try that.
What's that thing in the middle of your asparagus?
Not sure.
Looks delish. And then we've got...
An egg, probably.
Is it? Yummy. And I have got a radish and courgette salad, which I could so easily literally make every part of this in our kitchen garden, Charlie. Radish, courgette, salad leaves. Yummy. I'm definitely going to recreate that. And my favourite, cheese souffle. Hello my darlings, welcome to a brand new vlog. Not good morning darlings, because it's actually 2:30 on Friday afternoon. You've not missed anything so far, but we've just finally left the house after doing a morning of work and we've come to Strawtop Cottage. We've bought the leftover Hornton stone bricks or stones that were not required for my greenhouse, and we are using them to protect and also finish off the herbaceous border that we put in here at the cottage and outside our neighbour's cottage, which you might have seen a couple of vlogs ago. Charlie and I did just go to the yurt at Nicholson's, which is just under 10 minutes away from the cottages, for a lovely lunch. It was really, really nice. It is I think it's Vegetarian Week this week, so they had a few different specials, and I'm just glad that you guys are not really here with me because I am so garlicky right now. Charlie and I are absolutely vampire repellent because the chips had the most delicious aioli sauce with them, but boy oh boy was it garlicky. We just made one purchase at Nicholson's, which is this beautiful, I think it's called the Pink Bell Viburnum, and I'm just a bit obsessed with viburnums at the moment. I'm desperately on the lookout for a fairly well-established shrub of the viburnum opus or opulus. Charlie's bought some little ones, but I want to get a big bush because they're just so lovely for foliage, so lovely. In fact, I have a feeling that's one opposite me down there. They have, in fact, I showed you in the last video, Charlie bought me a really beautiful bunch of flowers from Daylesford, and there were some little green viburnum flowers within that, and then if you leave them on the shrub, then they turn into white like pom-poms, and they're just stunning. So I'd love to have one in the garden. They flower throughout May and June. Anyway, I'm letting Charlie do all the hard work of lifting the stones, so I'm going to go and help him. We're quickly setting up the stones around the garden here, then on with the rest of our afternoon. Well, I was wrong. It's actually not the stones from the greenhouse. It's actually leftover cobblestones from the area by our gate, but now it matches next door, albeit not quite the same colour.
No, what we had hoped for was the Hornton.
Yeah,
but
they might still get some leftover of that when they do my little walls.
But I still think it looks good, but bear in mind, all of this, if you look here, look, it will grow over the pebble, so you won't really see a lot of this when things grow.
Well, it definitely looks better. Well done, darling. Hello again, my darlings. It's just myself on the road now. I have dropped Charlie off in Chipping Norton for his haircut, and he's also getting a sports massage. So I've got an hour and a half to kill, so I am heading to a Burford Garden Centre because I have to stop saying garden centre, it's Burford Garden Company, and I am still on the mission for this viburnum opulus, but we shall see. I don't know if they'll have it because it is a little bit late in the flowering season, but fingers crossed, and if not, I always find something that I love at Burford. It's actually a really, really gorgeous afternoon. The temperatures have definitely dropped from our heat wave last week, but the sun is shining, as you can see, and I've said a million times, I just love driving around and like just exploring, driving through the villages, and Burford is one of the best. Something that I meant to say while I was at the cottage is that Charlie and I have had a cancellation for the Jubilee weekend, which is a 4-night stay at the cottage. So I think it's Thursday, Friday, or maybe it is a 3-night stay. The bank holiday weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the cottage is currently vacant. So I didn't want to open it up on the booking system. So if anyone watching this is interested in a 3 or 4 night stay at our gorgeous cottage over the Jubilee weekend, then please email info@strawtopcottage.com. That is the only way you can book at the moment, and we will sort you out. If you'd like any information on like the pricing and everything, I think we'll drop a little bit of a discount because it's a last minute thing. And honestly, there is so much going on around here over the Jubilee weekend, so if you just want to get out of the city or just do something a little bit different, Adderbury, which is the village where the cottage is actually having a huge like village party that weekend. So the Saturday and the Sunday there's going to be like loads of really British games and like tombolas, basically like a street party in Adderbury on the Saturday and Sunday. There's also the Blenheim Palace Food Festival going on that whole weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a Jubilee party at Blenheim. Basically all the villages are doing Jubilee stuff, so I can literally not imagine anywhere more exciting to be during the Queen's Jubilee. And I'm not just saying this because I want to fill the cottage. I genuinely think it would just be the most incredible experience. So I'll leave the email address down below. Drop us an email if you'd like to stay at Strawtop Cottage. Sleeps 4 people. It is child friendly, but it's not like set up for children. And obviously dogs are very welcome, actively encouraged. So yes, anyway, we're going to drive through Burford now, so I'm going to flip you around so you can see this gorgeous village. Arrived at Burford, and look who's here, Della Vita. This is obviously where our pizza oven is from, and they've got this cute little pistachio green Fiat. And the team are here showing off the pizzas. You had lots of interest today? Good. I mean, this colour is just amazing. Okay, I've come to the outside bit, and this is a type of viburnum. Unfortunately, it's not the one that I was after. I have a feeling they just might not have it. Let's have a look. No, that's a different kind. Thing is, it's so striking with the big white pom-poms that I think I'd have been able to see it by now. But hopefully the little ones that Charlie have bought will just nourish them for a few years, or maybe I'll be able to order one online and see if anyone can deliver one. It's always nicer picking these things up from a garden centre though. Now this is where it gets a little bit dangerous, because I'm always so tempted to pick up everything that I see in the seedling section, but I just don't have room to grow everything, even in my massive kitchen garden. Must practice self-control. Again, and sadly it feels like it's just about to rain, so I need to do my flower arranging out here as quickly as possible. These are some of the bits that I got at Burford. I picked up these lovely blooms in the back here. This bunch I actually ordered a few days ago from Bloom and Wild. Ooh! So they arrive with your post, which is very, very handy, and I'm going to do a really nice display in this little pot using those. I think I've got a £10 off code for Bloom and Wild, so I'll leave that in the description box down below. These are some of the plants that I got from the garden centre. This is Bacopa Snowflake. I'm going to pot that up and have that in my dressing room. And then these are Nemesias, Easter Bonnet, and Lilac Queen. Again, I thought for in pots in the house they'd look really lovely. This is my roadside clippings. I'm going to pop those in the larger vase. And then I got very excited when I saw this white bougainvillea in the garden centre. I have just always loved bougainvillea, and I did originally say I wanted to grow some all the way up this wall in the greenhouse, but then I thought that pink would be a little bit, you know, it wouldn't really work with the colour scheme because everything is purple, white and green. So when I saw this white bougainvillea, I thought that was just absolutely perfect. So when we get the glass, we'll put some vine wiring to train it up here, and maybe even a wire across the top, because imagine how magical if it just wove its way over. So that was another little purchase. And the Nicholson's team have been here today, and they've been very busy planting up a few of the last few plants. We've now got some prunus balls, we've got the peonies from the garden originally planted in here, some dahlias, lots of seeds in amongst everything else. And then from the garden centre, I also picked up these, and they are Veronica Tissington White. And I just thought that these little blooms were so beautiful, and they can get quite big and bushy, so I thought they'd be a gorgeous addition. And lastly, this little white flower over here, I can't remember what it's called, and I don't think it has a label anymore, but yeah, a really lovely collection. Didn't find my viburnum, but I remain optimistic that I might be able to get some online, but it looks so much better now that everything is planted. We've got the layer of top mulch over the top to tidy everything up, and now we just wait patiently for everything to grow. Yay. Please excuse the background wind I'm sure that we've got in this clip, but I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I've not used all of the blooms from my Bloom and Wild postal set, but I don't want to add any more, because sometimes I feel like half of the skill, not that I'm saying I've got any skills, but I feel like half of it is also knowing when to stop. Every time I'm doing this, I'm thinking what kind of flowers I would like at our wedding, and I would definitely love these. These are some of my favourites. I'm 90% sure this is a fennel flower, but as you might remember from the last videos where I talked through my flower arranging, the main couple of things, in fact, let me know if you'd like me to jot this down in a blog post, but having a fairly wide open top vase is really useful. Chicken wire inside, and then you just kind of start with this bottom donut of foliage which gives the shape, and then add your more structural pieces, and then go back in with foliage a second time round, and just make sure everything's spread out and a really nice height. So this is going to go in the bedroom where Charlie's mum and dad are staying, and to be honest, I'll probably save these for little bud vases. Well, just a few moments ago it was looking grey and miserable, and now the sun's out. We've got a lovely evening. Charlie and I have just moved one of the spare marble tables, which used to be around here. We have just moved to my greenhouse in inverted commas, so we can see how it works size-wise, and I think it's absolutely perfect. Now obviously we've got such a gorgeous setup here. I really don't think we'll have that many, you know, dinners in here, but if any, I just think it'd be so lovely to come in here with a glass of rosé or my morning coffee and have somewhere to put it while I do my potting and my seedling planting. So this is the view that I will have when I'm doing my potting up. And let's be honest, I always run out of space for my seedlings. This will definitely come in useful for that. I've also just realised I've got my plant pot stand, which I think is from an old French flower shop, which I'll put here, and how lovely it's going to look when, Dexy! All of these plants grow up big, and I can see them peering over the wall of the greenhouse. Gosh, that sun! Toasty, my goodness. What a lovely evening. The weather is so changeable at the moment. One minute it's super cloudy, and the next it's really boiling warm sunshine. Well, it keeps getting blown around in all different directions, but the cow parsley and the other little branches which I snipped from the roadside, so my free foliage is now all in this old vase, and we always like to have this on the big table in the entrance hall before it gets blown away. My goodness, let's get this inside. So that's now in position, and here are my leftover blooms. I've grabbed one more vase and I'm going to make a little leftover bouquet for mine and Charlie's bedroom. It is safe to say the wind is not doing my hair any favours. So Charlie and I are about to start making dinner. We are going to attempt to make like pulled pork bao buns. We've got a few of the ingredients from M&S and we are going to have a movie night tonight. So as always, there are so many new films, new blockbusters out on Sky Cinema, and Charlie and I have both chosen Bruce Willis's new film, which is called Deadlock. And what happens in Deadlock, from the trailers that I've seen, and I will leave the trailer linked down below, is that I think it's going to be Bruce Willis well, I don't know if he's going to be the goodie or the baddie. That's what we're going to have to find out. Basically, there is a hostage scenario in a nuclear power plant, and hostage sounds really bad, but hostage scenarios always make for great films. We actually just finished watching Money Heist, and that was kind of a hostage scenario in the Bank of Madrid, and we absolutely loved it. They definitely could have just stopped after season 1, but they decided to keep going. But anyway, if it's anything like Money Heist, I feel like we're going to absolutely love it. Also with Bruce Willis in it, I think that when you see these big name actors, you just know that it's going to be a good one. But yeah, Sky Cinema customers have access to so many different films. I think it's a new film that they release every week or something mad like that. Like, think about how many hours of film that is in a year to upload a new blockbuster film every single week. It's just insane. But because Charlie and I want to have an early night, I think we are actually going to watch it on our Sky Go app up in the bedroom, because I'm not gonna lie, it's 10 to 7 now. By the time we've eaten, it's gonna be, well, late for us, and we've had 2 late nights in a row. So yes, I think it's going to be one where we'll watch it on the app. We probably won't finish it. We'll probably have to watch it tomorrow night as well. While Charlie's pottering about in the garden, I'm not going to start cooking without him, because I've got no idea what he's got in mind for how to cook these pork bits. So I'm going to go and quickly plant my little Golden Globe courgette that I also got at Burford, and then it's time for a movie night. So we have moved this old table, which we were storing in the dining room, into this little area around the back of the greenhouse, and this at the moment is going to be my little potting table, because we're also hiding a bag of compost behind there. I'll probably just put it in a nice tub down here. It just means that I can have somewhere to store all of my little terracotta pots, and yet they can still be outside weathering and aging, and I can get this area as mucky as I want. So what do we have for dinner, darling?
We have a cheat meal, which is cheat in that we've not really done any cooking. It's M&S bao buns.
I love a bao bun.
Yeah.
You can't get food like this out here.
That was left over from last night, so we're really being lazy.
That's good though. I always think things like that taste better the next day.
No, I agree, but what I mean more is this should really be with like a nice slaw or like some pickled cucumber or something.
Well, we've got the all plants cabbage, which is like a slaw in the freezer, but you didn't want it.
You're a cabbage. Well, time-wise, it's just too late.
Right. You're a dingbat.
2 of these?
No, just one, thank you. 1 in each bun for me.
Oh, you want 2 buns? Well,
2 buns with 1 bit of pork in each bun.
There's one. With one.
Thank you.
With plum, definitely, or just barbecue?
I have a bit of plum. Well, it may be a cheat meal, but it looks blooming good. This is Charlie's ginormous portion. I have got some spiced rice, which is one of the...
Those, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. These are the all plants side dishes that you can get in addition to your meals. They just go in the freezer, and then you can either cook them in the oven or the microwave.
Parks and Rec, mate.
Let's do it.
It's cutlery here.
morning, my darlings. It's currently 6:30 in the morning. Please excuse our washing up bits from last night on the side of the sink. Bright and early, and I'm going to get baking. We are celebrating my mum's birthday this weekend. Charlie's mum and dad are coming over in a few hours. My brother's coming over, and I am going to be making this. This is a lilac and lemon cake. I literally just googled it, and the website is Lil Cupcake Monkey. So we'll see, hopefully it turns out nice. So these are all the ingredients, and the first thing that I have to do is make a lilac cream. So I'm going to be simmering some cream and some lilac flowers on the hob, and then essentially it's basically like a lemon cake. I've got some lemon curd, some fresh lemons, I'll get some juice and zest out of those as well, and then creating a really lovely lemon and lilac cake buttercream topping. I thought I'd get it done now before we start to run around the house getting everything ready for Charlie's mum and dad. This is a recipe I've not done before, so let's give it a try. Okay, a proper good morning, darlings. So the lemon cake, it's currently just lemon because I haven't added any lilac into the actual cake sponge, is out of the oven, and I did nibble just a tiny bit, and it's absolutely delicious. So I'm looking forward to making it look pretty later on. So I've got on this very cute little pistachio fleecy set from Adanola. It's got their new kind of sun logo on it, and I'm going to do a very quick 20-minute peloton. I really like how easy these are to pull on, and the little pockets. I can imagine myself wearing this as loungewear in the day as well, but for now it's time to do, I think I'm going to do a 20-minute Hannah Frankson class. Oh my goodness, still a little bit out of breath. Oh, out of breath after that ride. That was a really good one. I didn't do Hannah Frankson, as you would have just seen. I did a 30-minute Cody, I've just got a face mask on my shorts. Just did a 30-minute groove ride with Cody Rigsby. It was quite an explicit playlist. I'm gonna hop in the shower, and I don't have like a full amount of time for pampering this morning because Charlie's parents will probably be here in about an hour. So I'm using my favorite Speedy face mask, and it's about to run out. The Milk and Peel, sorry, 2 seconds. There we go. The 5-minute resurfacing mask with sesame milk, new skin effect. This one here from Arborian. This has been a favorite of mine for a good couple of years now. I love the fact that it works so quickly, because I do find that if I have to wait like 20 minutes after doing a Peloton, then it means that I start to get these little like under skin bumpy spots, and I think it's because obviously you just need to shower as quickly as possible after doing a workout. Sorry, I look a little bit scary now. But yeah, this mask has got a really lovely gentle peel effect. A new skin effect in just 5 minutes, formulated with sesame milk, known to smooth the skin's surface, as well as exfoliating enzymes. It gently exfoliates, rids skin of dead skin cells, and enriched with sesame oil, which is known for its fatty acid content, nourishing the skin, leaving it comfortable, to visibly smooth the skin's texture, revive skin radiance, lift away dullness, etc, etc. And I do really find that it works. I actually did a sponsored post on my Instagram last week for the Arborian BB cream and CC cream, which are just my absolute favourites for an everyday supernatural makeup look. And as part of that, they gave me a 20% off code, which is valid on the whole of the Arborian website, and I believe it's Josie20, so you could pick up this face mask for Josie20, 20% off, and the BB creams and the CC creams. So I thought I would just quickly mention that. Sorry, I'm still so out of breath. Just quickly, while the face mask is doing its magic as well, I realised I didn't give you a debrief on the film that we watched last night on Sky Cinema. Bruce Willis is just absolutely amazing. I feel like you kind of know what character he's going to play, but he's essentially a mercenary, and let's just say you're very much on his side, but equally you're like, what you're doing is wrong. Holding hostages is a bad thing to do, but I kind of know why you're doing it. But both Charlie and I, we're about 2/3 of the way through before we fell asleep, because we actually ended up getting into bed at like 10 last night, which is late for us. So we stayed up until about 11:30 watching that, and I'm really looking forward to finishing it tonight. I love films that Charlie and I can watch together. Like, I don't mind these kind of thrillery style films, but then equally Charlie loves the chick flicks too. But this is a great one to watch together because it's like, it's really fast paced, but it very much reminds us of our favorite TV programs, as I said yesterday, like Money Heist, but also a little bit of like, I don't know, that kind of thriller element. So very much looking forward to finishing that this evening, and then we'll choose something new on Sky Cinema to watch after we finish it. But anyway, I've already been chatting for 4 minutes, so I'm gonna hop in the shower, get myself ready for Charlie's parents' arrival. Okay, finally dressed and showered and ready for the day. My outfit of the day is this absolutely gorgeous dress, which is one that I didn't show you in my last Net-a-Porter unboxing. I said I was going to film some bits and then head to London, and then I forgot to film the bits. So I'm sorry about that, but it's this most beautiful dress. It's like I'm not sure if it's linen or cotton actually. Definitely feels like it might crease quite badly. Beautiful silhouette with these bell sleeves. It's actually entirely a wrap dress, which I know so many people love that silhouette. I love the cinching in around the bodice, the cross detail, the puff sleeves with the elasticated ends, and then I have popped on my Aquazzura little straw heels. I've also just ordered these, but slightly higher and in a green raffia, so I'm very much looking forward to those arriving. But anyway, I need to go and frost my cake. If I've got any spinach in the garden, I'm not sure that I do, but if I do, I'm going to make some natural green food colouring. Otherwise the cake's going to be all white because my lilac is white and not purple. So if I've got some spinach, I'll do that, but if not, it's going to be a plain lemony buttercream icing. So this is the cream infused with the lilac flowers that I made earlier. It's been chilling in the fridge for a couple of hours, and I did find some spinach leaves in the fridge, so I'm just going to boil these up for a few moments. And then to make the natural green food colouring, I'll use the leaves and some fresh water, whiz it up together in the Thermomix, and then that should make a really lovely green food colouring. Probably shouldn't be experimenting doing things like this for the first time for my mum's birthday cake, but I have every confidence it'll turn out beautifully. Well, we've set everyone to work straight away. Charlie's mum has been helping me lay the table, and inside Martin has been helping Charlie create some orange juice. The eggy crumpets are on the Aga, and breakfast is almost ready. Thank you. So everybody's just relaxing. Charlie's dad's having a nap, and I think Charlie's mum is just getting changed. So I thought I would steal this opportunity to come and sort out my seedlings. So these are the seedlings that I ordered after listening to Sarah Raven's podcast last week. I ordered some spinach seedlings because I wasn't sure that mine were growing properly. They just seem to be flowering and they've not given me any leaf, which is really strange because last year they did so well. I am going to be swapping out this straw for compost when my compost arrives. And then I also have some tomato micro cherry seedlings. I think these prefer to be inside though, so I might just pop these into individual pots. And then I've also got my courgette summer ball, which I got from Burford, which I'll plant in one of the other beds as well. To show you the finished cake. As you will have seen from the time lapse earlier, my icing skills leave much to be desired, so we decided to cover the cake in lilac flower, some lemon slices to show its flavour of lilac and lemon, and actually I think it looks really lovely. I will report back as to how it tastes. Well, it's been a lovely afternoon so far. The lemon and lilac cake was actually a fairly good success, I would say. Next time I might put a little bit more lemon zest in there to give it a little bit more flavour. We are a few glasses of rosé down, but the mums and I are coming to plant up some dahlias. There are a few little gaps in the cut flower area that Nicholson's left for our dahlias, which I uprooted at the end of last summer. So they're all beautiful cafe au lait coloured dahlias. So we're going to pop those in, give them a good water, and then get ready for heading out for dinner. Good evening, my darlings. It's now just gone 7 p.m. I've just run upstairs to pop my lovely Zimmermann dress back on. I did get changed into my H&M dress to do a bit of gardening, and it just felt too warm actually to be in this dress all afternoon. So I'm back in this, the same outfit that I was wearing earlier. I've actually just popped on some of this. This arrived as a lovely little PR mailer. It's the Golden Hour Body Moisturiser from Mio. It's an illuminating body lotion, so it's got those lovely kind of shimmering particles, so my legs look fabulous, just in case my wrap dress floats open. And I actually found out the other day that Mio use plant-based, I think it's sugarcane and plastic, so this is all plant-based plastic, which I thought was really impressive, and there was no, you know, like crinkly plastic packaging, so very impressed with that. And this has got a really lovely kind of citrusy fragrance and nice and moisturizing, so I feel like this could potentially become a summer favorite. Another lovely delivery that arrived today was this gorgeous new fragrance, which is called Aqua Allegoria from Galan. It also came with a refill bottle, which is very, very handy. It is just absolutely heavenly. It's one of those really gorgeous, rich, but very kind of fresh, almost citrusy, but very kind of, it smells how I imagined this flower display would smell. And there's some information here about how it's one of their spearheading Galan's sustainable innovation approach to its fragrances. We always love to hear when brands are being more sustainable. An eco-design perspective bottle made from 15% recycled glass. Absolutely gorgeous. So I think this is going to be my spring everyday fragrance. It really was a very good day for deliveries today. This one has come from Nespresso X Zeta, and this is a pair of 100% vegan, animal-friendly trainers. Dun dun dun, very cool, far cooler than anything in my wardrobe, and they're actually made with 80% waste, and each trainer is actually made with materials including recycled coffee grounds. Each one contains 12 cups of coffee apparently, which is definitely something that I've never heard of before. If you guys have any tips on styling trainers, I'm a total rookie, as you know, so please let me know. But love to hear of all the creative ways that Nespresso are reusing their coffee grounds. I put mine in the garden. My darlings, it's now Sunday morning. We have just said goodbye to Charlie's mum and dad. They have just left, and so Charlie and I are heading out in the old Defender to some of our favourite places. Unsurprisingly, we're heading to Daylesford. We're going to see if they've got some already growing alliums to fill in a few gaps, and then I think we're going to head to Wyatt's to get some compost. So some very exciting Sunday morning activities. Gosh, those strawberries are fruiting already. This is a very successful haul for a Sunday morning. My goodness, we weren't really planning on buying anything, but you know how we get extremely carried away. We've got a couple of home bits from Daylesford, I'll show you in a second, and Charlie got some lovely geranium bath oil as well. We've got some cosmos, some more salvia, the world's tallest allium that I was holding the entire way home so it didn't snap, and luckily we found out that they do actually have a few of these little lettuce trays this year. Not as many as last year, but I will plant those up this afternoon. I've got a busy afternoon of gardening ahead of me, which is what Sundays are for. And then at Wyatt's, I also picked up a selection of seeds. I almost ordered these on the Sarah Raven website yesterday, but I didn't because I hadn't reached my minimum allowance for free postage. So really glad that I saw these in Wyatt's. They're beautiful white coloured sweet peas with,
they look nice.
With a purple edging. No, don't think so. A couple of radishes so that I can direct sow those. I thought these were the most beautiful looking lupins I have ever seen, so I'm definitely going to sow those as well. And these make for really nice cut flowers as well, especially to add a bit of greenery. Really unusual little seed pods. So that is our little haul. a couple of little home purchases which we picked up. We got one of each of these little bowls with the white and the green like hand painted outer. Thought these would just be really useful for when we are having nibbles. That's a good crisp bowl. Charlie said this would be particularly good for little olive pips when you've finished with them, and all kinds of nibbles. And then these are a really handy size and style of salad servers. And the last few bits from our Daylesford haul, from the food and home section. I was only saying the other day, when we have steak at home, it'd be so nice to have a béarnaise sauce. And we found one, so I'll let you know if this is any good. A couple of yogurts for Charlie, a very bougie looking cold pressed olive oil, and then this. Ooh, this smells absolutely heavenly. And then this smells absolutely heavenly. It is their Rosemary Multi-Surface Cleaner, and I thought this was a great idea. This is the concentrate, so you can just add a small amount of this and some water back into this when it's empty. And also their fabric conditioner, the lavender one, because we haven't actually used conditioner in a while because we've had the small little capsule things, but I think we could do just a little bit of conditioner in the machine. New washing up brush and some vegetable. We've also got some little bits that we're going to munch on for lunch. And I thought I would show you this. So this is a painting that Charlie got on Etsy, was it?
No, we got that from Kept.
Kept
is a one of these many sort of new age Instagram antique accounts. So she did her name's Henrietta.
Oh yeah, we've spoken about it before.
From her. In this house, we bought a few like lamps and lampshades. So she doesn't have a website. It's Kept, as in K-E-P-T. Yeah. And she posts a new item every day. But to be honest, little tip: if you message her, if you've got something specific in mind or something she's sold previously that you like, she obviously has quite a good base of stuff.
Lovely.
So if you message her and say, "Do you have any, bentwood chairs or whatever?"
Bentwood.
Yep.
Right, but we thought we would change the colour of the frame, so we're going to use up this little sample pot of the olive colour from Little Green. Charlie said he's going to do that, so just make sure you slide some paper under here, darling, so you don't get any on the painting. We don't need Charlie's artistic rendition on top of this. So we've just finished our lunch and we're going to spend the rest of this glorious Sunday afternoon doing some pottering down here, unsurprisingly, in the kitchen garden. The first job that I have to do is quite a boring and laborious one. Essentially, we've realised that this straw mulch is not ideal when you're growing things from seedlings or from seed. So I've got the fun job of scraping it all off and adding some normal compost. So I'm going to get that done first while I've got some energy. And then I'm going to plant my new little seeds and the other little plants that we got from Wyatt's and Daylesford. Not spoken to you in about 4 hours. Well, maybe longer actually. We started work down here at about 2:45 and it's now just gone 7 p.m. But as you can see, we have been very, very productive. So we took off the strulch, we added the organic peat-free compost, which is actually grown in the Cotswolds. And I'm sure it said, I actually got it from Amazon, so I'll leave it linked down below, the compost that we used. It actually said it was the byproduct of biodynamic farming or something like that. Good accolades. So as you can see, we have planted the beans all down here at the base of the maypole, and I also did a circle of little radishes, and they'll be harvestable in a couple of weeks, I should imagine, underneath here. Then we have got this row here, I'll use my twigs for pointing, this row here of new lettuce bits, and these are the bits that I picked up in Daylesford today. We added netting and supports for my peas. Now, a question for you guys. How do I stop my peas from clinging onto the netting? Because obviously I want them to cling onto the string, but I don't want them to get eaten by pigeons, so that's why I needed to add the netting. So yes, that is a little bit of a query. I need to order some more compost for this bed, but we did try to remove some of the strulch. These are all looking good. Some of them are under their new cloches. These 2 cloches here, they're very camouflaged. You can see them better down here. Are the ones that we picked up from Daylesford today. They're a really sweet little size, and I love how invisible they are. The beds over here just look so much better with the compost instead of the strulch. They look so much healthier. I've still got another tray of salad leaves to put in. They actually gave them to me buy one get one free because the other tray was actually broken, just a wooden box, and they decided that these didn't look too healthy, but I'm sure we can bring them back to life. I've just switched around the position of the cloches. I didn't think my pak choi needed them anymore. They've done really well. We've got so few broad beans this year compared to last year, but I had far, far more than I could possibly have eaten last year, so I think this is a good amount. And then down here in the cut flower garden, I planted those lupin seeds, the sweet pea seeds, and we also planted in some more of the dahlias, and Charlie planted the cosmos that we got from Daylesford over here. So it's all looking absolutely lovely. This is the state of my hand. Is there any wonder I keep breaking cameras? But anyway, I'm going to head inside now. Hopefully Charlie's already started cooking, and I think I need a bath. Well, my darlings, the barbecue is on. We're about to have, I think, some pork chops and a salad, of course, with leaves from the garden for our dinner. While Charlie prepares that, I'm going to quickly take off my makeup and put on a little bit of skincare, but I think this vlog is already long enough, darlings, so I'm going to bid you farewell and end the vlog here. So thank you so much for spending the weekend with me. If you got to the end of the vlog, use the word flourish. Put the word flourish in your comments somehow, seeing as we hope the kitchen garden will flourish before too long. But anyway, darlings, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!